I called the person who cut themselves a slice of my daughter's personalized birthday cake that was in the shared fridge at work a worthless piece of shit. So I work at this insurance company downtown, and like most offices, we have this shared break room with a fridge that everyone uses. People are constantly putting their lunches in there, leftover pizza from meetings, whatever. It's pretty normal office stuff, you know? But there's this unspoken rule that you don't touch other people's food. Like, common sense, right? Well, last month was my daughter Emma's 7th birthday. She's obsessed with unicorns right now, like everything has to be pink and sparkly and have a horn on it. So I spent like 3 hours the night before making this custom unicorn cake from scratch. I'm talking rainbow layers, buttercream frosting shaped into a perfect unicorn face, edible glitter, the works. My kitchen looked like a craft store exploded, but it was worth it because she was so excited about bringing it to school to share with her class. The plan was simple. I'd bring the cake to work in the morning, stick it in our office fridge since it was bigger than my home one, then pick it up on my lunch break to take to Emma's school. I even wrote her name on the box in huge letters with a Sharpie and added, "Do not touch, birthday cake," just to be extra clear. So I get to work around 8 in the morning, carefully place the cake box on the middle shelf of the fridge, and go about my day. I had this big presentation to give at 10, then a few client calls, so I was pretty busy. Around noon, I head to the break room to grab the cake and drive over to Emma's school. I open the fridge and immediately see the box is still there, which was good, but when I pull it out and open it up, I literally felt my heart drop into my stomach. Someone had cut themselves a huge corner piece, not like a tiny sliver to taste it, but a massive chunk that completely destroyed the unicorn's face. The horn was gone, half the mane was missing, and there was frosting smeared all over the inside of the box. I just stood there staring at it for like 30 seconds, trying to process what I was looking at. This wasn't an accident. Someone had deliberately opened a clearly labeled box, seen it was obviously a kid's birthday cake, and thought it was okay to help themselves to a piece. The audacity was unreal. I could feel my face getting hot, and my hands started shaking a little. I mean, this wasn't just any cake. This was hours of work, money I spent on special ingredients, and most importantly, it was supposed to make my daughter's day special. Now I had to show up to her classroom with this mangled mess and explain why her perfect unicorn cake looked like it got attacked by a lawnmower. I walked around the office asking people if they knew who did it. Most people looked genuinely shocked and sympathetic, which made me feel a little better. But then I got to Jake from accounting. The second I mentioned the cake, his face went bright red and he started stammering about how he thought it was leftover from some office party. He claimed he only had a small bite, but I could see frosting still stuck in his teeth. That's when I completely lost it. In front of like 6 coworkers in the main office area, I told him he was a worthless piece of shit for eating my 7-year-old daughter's birthday cake. I said anyone with half a brain could see it was obviously not office food, and that he was either incredibly stupid or just a selfish asshole who didn't care about ruining a little girl's birthday. The whole office went dead silent. Jake just stood there looking like he wanted to disappear into the floor. I grabbed the destroyed cake and stormed out to my car, still fuming. I ended up stopping at the grocery store and buying one of those basic sheet cakes with generic happy birthday writing, but it wasn't the same. Emma was disappointed even though she tried to hide it, and I felt like the worst mom ever. When I got back to work after lunch, my supervisor called me into her office. Apparently Jake had complained to HR about me calling him names and creating a hostile work environment. She said she understood I was upset, but that my reaction was unprofessional and I needed to apologize to him. I told her I'd apologize when he paid me back for the ingredients and the 3 hours I spent making that cake. She said that wasn't how workplace conflicts get resolved, and that if I didn't apologize by the end of the week, it would go in my personnel file as a verbal warning.